The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13 Adelphi Boulevard, Point Cook, and 78 Pierce Street, Altona. Hopheads offers one of the widest selection of local and international craft beer in Victoria. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at HopheadsAU. Hopheads, we're here for beer.
George's on Vista is the local bistro at Fraser Rise in Caroline Springs, situated at the George Cross Soccer Club at City Vista Reserve. With the current COVID-19 pandemic, we've adjusted our menu and our business times. You can now get takeaway Friday and Saturday nights between 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can phone your order through on 7021 0555 Friday and Saturday nights between those times, or you can pre-order your meals by emailing info@georgiesonvista.com.au. But orders must be received by 5 p.m. on the day required. Check out our full menu and weekly specials on our website, georgiesonvista.com.au. Get behind local business and order your next takeaway dinner from George's on Vista, 46 City Vista Court, Fraser Rise, in the heart of Caroline Springs.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to you wherever you may be. It's a funky way to start a Thursday night, and we welcome you to episode 43 of the Football Out West show. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight. My name is Tonchi Prusak, and it is going to be match day 11 of the Hopheads Football IQ-Quiz tonight. And, it's going to be a great one tonight. And to bring all of the action, all of the enjoyment to you tonight, it's going to be my 2 co-colleagues, and a very, very good warm welcome to both of them. Steve Curtin, firstly, and Craig Filer. Gentlemen, how are we tonight?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Tonchi. It's good to be here on the show, the Hopheads Football IQ Quiz, the show where, unlike Italian citizenship exams, there will be no cheating and there will be a lot of fun had by all. So,
I don't know about that cheating.
Yes, thank you for having us again tonight, guys. And how are you doing, Tonch?
Very good, mate. Very good. It's an unseasonably cold start to spring, as we know, but nonetheless, tonight I'm sure all the action is going to really hotten up. Can St. Albans Saints make it the 3rd Croatian-backed club to get into the semi-finals, or will the Italian Stallions from Brimbank Stallions themselves be in their wake? Craig Filer, what do you think, mate? What's going to happen tonight?
I think it'll be a great test, actually. They both know each other very, very well, as we know.
Oh, so we can expect a bit of banter, a lot of banter.
I hope so. That's what the show's about, giving a bit of banter. So I think Anthony played for St. Albans for a few years. So, I'm sure he'll want to get one over on his old team. And likewise, Jordan will want to do the same. And as you said, get that 3rd team, Croatian team, into the semi-finals. But how's your week been, boys?
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. It's been can't complain as we see the fixtures being put up right now. So, Steve, over to you. How's your week been?
Oh, it's been lovely, Tonchi. It's the winter weather has come back, unfortunately, but hopefully that's only temporary, and that we've been able to enjoy. It's been a short week, it feels like, as well. I had a nice day off on Monday in the sunshine, so it's a good start to the week. But then, unfortunately, the reality of work has set in the last few days. But we're winding down for the weekend now with the Hopheads Football IQ Quiz, which is the best way to spend your Thursday night. Has no better place to be.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. We can see the fixture list there. Just to recap, exactly a week ago, Gospich Bears defeated Barwon Soccer Club 10-8, setting up an interesting semi-final clash against sister club North Geelong, who defeated Sunbury United 6-4 on match day 10, which was on Sunday. Craig, both games have been fairly close, and I guess we're going to expect that again from the gentlemen tonight. And then on Sunday, to round off the quarterfinal clash, we've got Sebastopol Vikings taking on Yarraville Glory. Who do you reckon will be the last 2 teams to get through to the semi-finals?
It's a tough one. It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I think they're all as equal as one another. Going on last results, I think Brimbank. That'll put the pressure now on Jordan, and I think in the final one, just for reasons, because I want Yarraville to beat Sebastopol more than anything in the world. Now we'll wait for the Sebastopol comments to come up on screen, but we have a love-hate relationship up at Sebastopol. So now they're a good bunch of boys. It's very jovial, but when it comes to football on the pitch, we don't like each other. So.
Yeah, no, that's good to see. Good. I mean, the friendly banter, that's what you want. That's what it's all about. So we are into the business end of the season. Should be absolutely fantastic, gents. You can't wait. Now, a lot of news happening as well, boys. So I'll let you guys step away from the microphone for a second as you get yourselves ready for the news desk. We're going to go straight into the news desk because a lot happening in news overnight. Don't go away.
Good evening. It's Thursday, the 24th of September, 2020, and here is the news. And we'll start with that story that surfaced today about a Socceroos winger, Andrew Naboo. Shock news regarding Naboo having recently signed with Perth Glory and not travelled to Western Australia due to COVID border restrictions. The 27-year-old today was announced on a one-year deal with Melbourne City, the arch rival and the city rival of the club that, of course, he's just come from, Melbourne Victory. So that will certainly incur the ire of a lot of Victory fans. But I suppose on the upside for Andrew, they won't actually be at the stadium to do any booing, I suppose, in person. And with that news as well, Nathaniel Atkinson will also now stay at City after previously being announced to move to the Glory. And should Craig Noon end up confirming his departure from Melbourne City, I suppose Andrew Naboo is a ready and able replacement there in the front three for City. Thoughts, guys?
Craig,
you really want to?
Yeah.
Seriously,
is it true, Craig, that you're going to give him a set of golf clubs as a recognition of how many clubs he's been?
Yeah, they should start calling him Titleist. He's had that many clubs. Or Greg Norman. He's had more clubs than Greg Norman. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look, if he was a worldie, you'd understand. I think somebody's posted up on a post earlier on that I hope you're going to give some money back to Melbourne Victory because you certainly didn't earn it last year. So he's come up with a comment that's on the Melbourne City site, and it says, City are an ambitious club who want to achieve the ultimate success, and I want to be part of that environment. The club has set the standard in the league with its style of play, and I feel that I can play a major role moving forward. Your thoughts?
Has it got anything to do with Perth Glory's precarious financial position and the reported salary that he's going to make of $400,000 per year next year? I don't know where it was. I think it was something doing the rounds on social media somewhere or on Twitter. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. But has the financial side of things got anything to do with it, Steve?
It's funny because we don't know now if Perth were sort of hiding behind that COVID restriction thing.
Sorry.
Hello. Yeah, we don't know if they were hiding behind that COVID restriction thing with saying that Atkinson and Naboo were unable to travel to Western Australia. Surely if they were travelling there for employment purposes, they would have been allowed to get in if they quarantined for 2 weeks. Nonetheless, this has now happened. It took us by surprise this morning. And I suppose if you're a Victory fan, the good news is Brebner has announced that he's going to be signing a European midfielder and attacker. I think they'll be announced tomorrow. So we're hoping that might have broken maybe around now, but it hasn't yet. So stay tuned for that. And speaking of players that have played for a lot of clubs, I think the record is still held by Asaka Cernak, who's played for Brisbane Roar, North Queensland Fury, Melbourne Victory, Wellington Phoenix, Perth Glory, and Central Coast Mariners. That's a grand total of 6 A-League clubs. So I think that's the record. So certainly got a bit more work to do yet because he's only played for the Jets, Victory, and he will now play for City.
6 the record.
I just find the comment is a little bit disrespectful because last week he was going to Perth and all things were rosy. Now all of a sudden it hasn't come in. And now he wants to play for Melbourne City and thinks he can help them. So it's another strange one. It's the cycle of players coming round and doing the rounds year in, year out. And we'll touch on something in the news in a minute, which wound me up in the UK this week. And we think we've got problems in this country, but there's worse problems around the world, that's for sure. But I don't think it's the right decision. But there we go.
Speaking of the UK, some results overnight, Steve.
Yeah, the Carabao Cup continued this week, and we saw in the UK League 2 side, Newport County have knocked out last season's EPL side, Watford, from the Carabao Cup 3-1, with the Welsh side moving through to the next round. Craig, do you know who they're facing in the next round now?
Yes, they've actually been drawn against Newcastle at home. So another Premiership team, I suppose. And this is their form for the last year. So they've beaten Leeds United at home, Leicester City, Middlesbrough, team I don't want to mention, and then Watford, and obviously now Newcastle will be the next on the list. So for a team that's sitting in the third tier of English football outside the Premier League, they certainly pulling trees up when it comes to cup competitions, and they've got a young manager there who's doing really well. He's been in the club now for a number of years, and he's really starting to cement the club into a good football. Bearing in mind, just 2 seasons ago, they actually almost went out of the Football League, winning their final game in the last minute of the match against Notts County to keep them in the Football League. So where they were to where they are now is a fantastic result from Michael Flynn and everybody involved in Newport County.
Now, mate, you've got a bit of a sentimental connection to Newport County. Tell us a bit about that, and tell us a bit about the club itself. Yeah,
so Newport County it's a proper story. This one, Tont, you'll love it. So they were probably one of the certainly one of the 3 professional clubs to be based out of Wales, with Cardiff, Swansea, 4 with Wrexham. And back in the early or late 70s, they actually went bankrupt and were forced out of football altogether, moving out of their facility, which was Somerton Park in Newport. They ended up having to go right down the football ladder into something like the 8th tier of football in the UK. Weren't allowed to play their games in Wales, so had to play their games in Gloucester, which was just over the border in Wales, and gradually they've come back and now they're in the Football League. They've been to Wembley 4 times in the last 6 years for various finals. So it's we talked about Macclesfield the other day, going out of football, but you can come back from it. It takes a long time. I think 79 was when they were out of it, and I think back in the Football League, I think it was around, or we are now 2000, so it would have been about 2011, 2012. They came back into football. But yeah, I've had a history with Newport County. I grew up supporting them as a young kid. I worked for them for best part of 4 years before I came here. They're a fantastic family local football club that's done well.
Brilliant. Good. Certainly a club to keep an eye on, Steve. Hey.
Yeah, certainly. And a good news story too in the harsh professional world of football. We don't hear these so often. So that is definitely a good one. Now, should we stay in the UK and talk about Wolves' latest Portuguese signing? As they head towards having an all-Portuguese 11, Wolves have confirmed the signing of Nelson Semedo from Barcelona in a deal worth an initial £27.5 million. The 26-year-old fullback becomes the 10th Portuguese player on the Wolves roster. And there's a look at that graphic there from the BBC Sport that suggests that they just need a central defender, and they will actually be able to field an all-Portuguese 11.
All right, Craig, let's talk about this. You've got a very, very strong opinion about this. Let's hear it.
I just find it amazing, guys. We think we've got problems over here with young kids not being able to given the opportunity to play, professional football at the highest level they can. And you've got a team in probably the best football league in the world with a Portuguese manager that has now brought in 10 Portuguese players into their squad of 23. What hope does it give to the youngsters in the UK who want to try and get a professional football contract?
Yeah. All jokes aside, I mean, there's some great comments coming on the comments section about, being the best, the Wolves being the best Portuguese club in the world. They've got Portuguese away kits. All jokes aside, though, is this a fallout of the EPL becoming so internationalized as a league? I mean, it's probably the most highest profile league globally. Is this one of those fallouts, or
no?
Are there too many imports playing the EPL?
Absolutely, there is. Absolutely, but money talks, as we know, Tonch. We talk about the situation here, and we just talked about Perth. The money problems that they've had, and their players now being stood down, and the problem that money causes for everybody. We know what's happened with Foxtel, and then that's taken out of the A-League, and now all the A-League are now in trouble. It's exactly the same in football around the world. Money talks. And players want to play in the EPL. They want to play in the best league in the world, which the EPL is. I'm just not a big fan of what's happening there. I think, Steve touched on it off air, in fact, about, England, not having any success since 1966. Okay, they got to the semi-finals, quarter-finals, whatever it is, of World Cups. But that's not success, is it? It's not success. You look at a Croatia team of 3 years ago, whenever it was the World Cup. Yeah, it's a team of 3 million people, 4 million people in Croatia.
4 million.
4 million. Yeah, England's got 10 times that.
Yeah,
probably more than that again. Probably 15, 20 times more. So you have to wonder why football's in the state that it is, and it certainly doesn't help. And who do you blame? Do you blame the Portuguese coach, who I believe is a fantastic football coach, by the way, or do you blame the club and the people behind the club for allowing it to happen?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the clubs and what you're not are going to operate within the rules. And Steve, don't you think maybe the buck stops here with the FA, the English FA? I mean, I know England are now, the UK are out of the European Union through Brexit and what you're not. But wouldn't you think that there would be some sort of restrictions on the number of imports, or the number of, at least a quota of, a minimum number of homegrown players that could play in a team? I mean, to have 10 out of 11 players basically imports, that's ridiculous.
And there'll be more, sorry to butt in, there'll be more than that. So they'll have a squad of 23 players. What we're saying is there's 10 out of that 23 that are Portuguese, without the rest of them. It'd be really interesting to see out of that Wolverhampton squad, and I haven't got it with me, how many are actually English-born players that are actually in this squad of 23 players. There wouldn't be many.
They've just got the 4, and 3 of those are bit part players, apart from Connor Cody, who's been given the captaincy role as the sole sort of English starting 11 type player. The rest of them are sort of bit part players, like John Ruddy, who's a backup keeper, Ryan Bennett, central defender, and Max Kilman. So the rest of them are foreign players.
So 19 players out of the 23 are foreign.
Well, actually, it goes more than that. I think I've got a squad here of how many is here's about 30 here. Yeah.
There you go. Well, issues. As you said, Craig, I now feel a little bit better about the A-League and all of its problems that it has here locally. When you look at that, that is a massive problem. That is a serious problem. Yeah. All right, guys, let's move along to domestic matters. Steve, when we say domestic, right in our neighbourhood in the city of Melton.
We'll talk, as we've seen posted this week on social media and in the city of Melton's local, the local press there, council plans for soccer future, Councillor Steve Abushi's soccer strategy. Steve, who we had on our live show at City Vista during last season. Anyway, he says, it's great to see my soccer strategy finally taking off and secured for current and future generations. Next stop for his football strategy 2021. Stay tuned. West Side Strikers, Spring Hills, Caroline Springs, George Cross, Melton Phoenix, Melton Satellite City United Soccer Club. So, if you can catch a look at that article there and read the fine print there, it's a good news story coming from local government, and it's something we need to see more of across all of the LGAs, particularly as we head out of the urban areas, I suppose, as well.
Yeah. Now, not trying to sound like the party pooper, Craig, but, look, hands down, Melton Council have been fantastic when it comes to football and football facilities. And our own show sponsor, Caroline Springs George Cross, have seen the benefit of that with that wonderful venue at City Vista. But if you read kind of at the bottom of that second line, while Football Victoria was supportive of the strategy and the end goals, Mr. Heaney said, it was unlikely this would translate into any financial contributions towards projects with Melton. Is this then all lip service, or is this just part of the strategy of supporting soccer clubs, and then football clubs, and then they have to go the next step and do the right thing with regards to lobbying? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, does it mean they're reading it another way? Does it mean that Football Victoria won't be involved in it? And it's down to the council to put that strategy together. That's the way I sort of read that. So there's a two-prong there. Is it saying that the Football Victoria was supporting the strategy of the goals, but is unlikely to transfer into any financial contribution? So does that mean the Football Victoria haven't got the money to be able to contribute to it? So it will have to be down then to the responsibility of the local councils to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I couldn't see Football Victoria, not that I've ever had really any money to give to individual clubs and watch your knots, but this is an interesting, I suppose, thing of reading into it, and probably might be a case of let's get Councillor Steve on the show coming up soon, because it'll be interesting, because he has been a bloody big supporter of football in the region. So
he shows, Tonch, you've got Steve there up in the Melton, you've got the Wyndham Council with the Western United new training facilities, and maybe the tide is slowly starting to turn now with football becoming a sport and not just something that people see but don't take any notice of.
Absolutely. And I think in the post-COVID era, and this is where the football clubs and Football Victoria, the lobbying now needs to go 10 notches up, because this is, the best instrument to get some sort of normality back to society. Because really, there's not too many sports where mum, dad, older brother, and older sister can all play the same sport in the one family. Absolutely, it's an incredible. Even grandma and grandpa could play. But yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity, and especially when we talk about the World Cup coming up as well in 2023. This would be an absolutely fantastic opportunity. And I saw something today where the Tasmanian A-League bid is back on the table, and what they're talking about is they can get York Park remodified so it's a rectangular field, and the whole purpose of that is to jump on the bandwagon of the female World Cup and maybe host games down in Tasmania. So look, this is the opportune time, I think, for our clubs. Doesn't matter if it's at NPL level, at state league level, or in the metropolitan amateurs, to really get as much as possible out of the councils, the state and the federal governments. Gents?
Yeah, and probably the elephant in the room there as well is council election time is up at the moment. So certainly be having a chat with your local representatives and find out what their visions are for your city and your ward.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we've got one more little bit of news, Steve, to do with the Raymans Club.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll stay in Wyndham now, or we'll move to Wyndham, should I say, from Melton perhaps. And Hoppers Crossing, the lighting upgrade at the Grange Reserve is now complete, and games under lights for league points on the main pitch look set for March or April 2021. The Reds can't wait to switch them on. It's going to be a big occasion, and I'm sure, Brent and Ray will be front and centre when that happens. It's going to be very exciting times.
Yeah, he'll be on in a minute. There'll be a comment coming up, I reckon, in about 4 seconds from the Rayman, and that'll make him really happy with everything that's going on at the moment. And looking at some of his posts that he has a rant and a rave on, this'll cheer him up, I'm sure. He's a good boy.
Yeah, no, he's actually also given us in the comments section there a little bit more news. The current defending champions of the AFC Champions League, Saudi Arabia outfit Al Hilal Riyadh, has been sensationally booted out of the 2020 AFC Champions League due to COVID-19. Interesting story. Thank you, Rayman, for that. Much appreciated. Gents, it's almost time, isn't it? Time for the tonight's big clash. I'll let you guys step away from the microphone for a little bit, and we'll get all ready for our the big one, the big quarterfinal clash tonight between St Albans and Brimbank Stallions. But before we do that, we're going to have a little bit of word from our sponsors. So don't go away, folks. Stay tuned for the big round or quarterfinal clash between St Albans and Brimbank Stallions in tonight's Hopheads Football IQ Quiz.
George's on Vista is the local bistro at Fraser Rise in Caroline Springs, situated at the George Cross Soccer Club at City Vista Reserve. With the current COVID-19 pandemic, we've adjusted our menu and our business times. You can now get takeaway Friday and Saturday nights between 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can phone your order through on 7021 0555 Friday and Saturday nights between those times, or you can pre-order your meals by emailing info@georgiesonvista.com.au. But orders must be received by 5 p.m. on the day required. Check out our full menu and weekly specials on our website, georgiesonvista.com.au. Get behind local business and order your next takeaway dinner from George's on Vista, 46 City Vista Court, Fraser Rise, in the heart of Caroline Springs.
The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13, Adelphi Boulevard, Point Cook, and 78 Pierce Street, Altona. Hopheads offers one of the widest selection of local and international craft beer in Victoria. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at HopheadsAU. Hopheads, we're here for beer.
All right, that music can mean only one thing, and it's time for the Hopheads Football IQ Quiz. We are flying through these rounds. We are now up to the third quarter final. Tonight, we are entertaining Brimbank Stallions and St Albans. And first of all, we will get our mate from Brimbank Stallions. He was great in the first round. He's hoping to back it up again tonight. His name is Anthony Katiforis. Anthony, welcome, and thanks for being a part of the quiz again tonight. How are you doing?
No worries, boys. How are you? No, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Very good, very good. Now, you and Jordan Wilkes, you two guys go way back. Have you been analysing his weaknesses?
Nah, not really so much. No, me and Wilkesy, good mates. It'd be good to see him again and just have a crack at him tonight. So,
well, that sounds good. Well, let's get Wilkesy on the screen now from St Albans Football Club. It is the defender there, Jordan Wilkes. We'll get him on the screen. There he is, that big smile there. He looks pretty confident there. How are you doing there? You pretty confident of getting the win tonight, are you, Jordan?
No, to be honest, I'm putting Katter as a favourite, with the betting. He knows his football quite well, so I'll put all the pressure on him like a typical press conference. Yeah, I'm the underdog.
Starting it early, Wilkesy. I like it.
This is the reverse of Gorsuch Bears Marco Butterat there, in the technique there, just playing it down, more like the AFL coach style there. So that's good than the boxer or the showman. So good to see there. A bit of modesty from these two boys. Craig, how do you think they're going to handle these questions tonight, who are delivered by none other than our friend of the program, Michael Ong. And Michael, it's a fantastic effort for you to take the time to put these questions together. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. It is a fantastic effort. So we look forward to seeing how the boys handle the questions. I've had a look at them, and there's a few gettable ones, and there's a few curly ones in there too. So these boys have a right to feel nervous if they do, I would say, Craig.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a telling off for the questions being too hard on Sunday, so by Banner and Sunbury. So well, maybe looking at them, I think they're slightly easier. But as you said, big thanks to Michael for putting together the questions, and now he knows how long it takes to put these get these shows together. So they're not just flung up. They take a bit of time and care. So looking forward to seeing how you get on with these tonight, guys.
All right, very good. Well, as you know from last time, the rules are pretty simple. Craig will read the question out to you. You'll have about 10 seconds or so to nominate your answer. Your first answer is final, and no Googling and no brains trust. And for everyone playing along at home, we hope you enjoy it just as much as our two contestants tonight, Anthony Katiforis from Brimbank Stallions and Jordan Wilkes from St Albans. And Jordan, you're the away team tonight. You've travelled down to the Italian club, so we're going to let you choose heads or tails. And I'm going to flip the coin up.
I'll go tails.
So the all-important decision here, and it's gone to heads. So that will be up to you, Anthony. Would you like to step up to the penalty spot first, or would you like to send Jordan into bat?
I'll go second tonight. I'll let Wilkesy have a crack first.
Okay, so Wilkesy will be our lead-out man tonight. So can he get the score on the board and hold out good mate Anthony? This is going to be very exciting. So everyone who's tuning in at home, friends and family of Jordan and Anthony too, we hope you enjoy the quiz. And we are ready to get underway, I think, are we, Craig?
We certainly are. First question will be up on screen very shortly for Jordan. Okay, Jordan, nice easy one to start us off. Which Victorian NPL club made the semi-final of the inaugural FFA Cup back in 2014? Was it A, South Melbourne? Was it B, Heidelberg United? Was it C, Bentley Greens? Or was it D, Dandenong Thunder? Your 10-second start now.
Pretty sure it's C, Bentley Greens.
Pretty sure he was straight in there, wasn't he, Steve? There was no
He's
mess.
confident. Yeah, I like that.
Is that when I think Connor Payne was running around back then for him?
Pretty confident. Bentley Greens, C. Is he correct? Yes, he is. Bentley Greens became the first club outside the A-League to qualify for the semi-finals before going down to Perth Glory. 1 out of 1.
All right, well done.
Anthony, would you have got that one?
I was tossing up between Bentley and Heidelberg. If I was honest, I was probably going to go with Heidelberg, so probably would have got that one wrong.
Yeah, you got the toss wrong, didn't you? Okay, question number 1 for Brimbank Stallions. Which Victorian MPL 3 club plays their home matches at Mahoney's Reserve? Is it A, Nunawading City, B, Doveton, C, Box Hill United, or D, Murray United?
Don't think it's Box Hill because I played at that ground. Tossing up between A and B. My luck in, I'm just going to go A, Nunawading.
You're going to lock in Nunawading City. You are right, Box Hill. It's not Box Hill because they play at Wembley Park, I believe. Yeah. And MPL 3, Murray United are not in MPL 3 anymore. So there might be a trick one. So is he correct with Nunawading City? Absolutely is. Nunawading City from Mahoney's Reserve. They were founded in 1971. The Quizmaster from tonight's show is from this club, whose junior development program is mentored by former Socceroos coach and Postecoglou.
Not bad.
There we go. There's a little bit of info from Stato for you.
There you go.
We might find out more about Michael Long as the quiz goes on tonight, but now we can, at 1-1, we can go back to Jordan for his second question.
Jordan, the Socceroos qualified for the 1997 FIFA Confederations Cup final with a golden goal win over Uruguay in the semi-finals held in Saudi Arabia. But who scored this, the only goal of the game for Australia? Was A, Harry Kewell, B, Mark Bresciano, C, Mark Viduka, or D, John Aloisi?
All right. Aloisi, D. I think Viduka might have been too young back then, but I could be wrong.
Harry Kewell.
Oh, it's Harry Kewell.
No, you said John Aloisi, didn't you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, it's not. It is Harry Kewell is the answer.
Oh,
Harry
is he that old?
Golden goal in 2 minutes into extra time to send Australia through to the final, where they lost to Brazil 6-0 with both Romario and Ronaldo getting hat-tricks.
Yeah, I think Harry had just turned 20 not long before the tournament in that one.
Okay.
And that away jersey, the green there, you can see Tobin and Vidmar sliding in. It looks pretty gnarly. Maybe bring that back for our next kit. All right, so 1-1. Back to Anthony for his second question.
Question number 2 for Anthony. The young Socceroos defeated the eventual winners of the 1997 FIFA Under-20 World Cup, Argentina, a team which included Pablo Almar, Juan Roman Riquelme, and Esteban Cambiaso, 4-3 in a Group G match. But who scored all the goals for Australia in that match? Was it A, John Aloisi, B, Brett Emerton, C, Danny Alsop, or D, Kostas Salapiasidis?
The only two that are sticking out to me strike is Aloisi or Allsop. I might actually lock in Aloisi for this one. I'll lock in A, Craig.
Gonna lock in John Aloisi A. Is he correct?
No.
No, it's Kostas Salapasaidis.
Okay. Never heard of him, to be honest. Yeah.
Costa netted all Australians' goals, scoring in a thriller match in the final group stage against Argentina to secure Australia's passage to the round of 16 of that year's Under-20 World Cup, which was a breakout tournament for many stars such as Thierry Henry, Damien Duff, and Nakamura.
There you go. And he never got a senior cap for the Socceroos, Costas. He had a career in the NSL with Adelaide and Wollongong and Parramatta, South Melbourne, but never cracked it for the Socceroos.
There you go.
All right.
All right. So 1-1. We'll go to question 3 for Jordan of St Albans.
So, Jordan, I've just noticed the croonies watching, mate. So,
No pressure.
No pressure. In which national Premier League competition is Adamstown Rosebud compete? Is it A, Northern New South Wales NPL? Is it B, New South Wales NPL? Is it C, Queensland NPL? Or is it D, Western Australia NPL?
Probably go lock in A, Northern New South Wales.
Absolutely spot on. Founded in 1889, Adamstown Rosebud play in the Northern NSW NPL. They are based out of the Adamstown Oval in the Newcastle suburb of Adamstown.
There you go. 2-1 to Jordan. Jordan, do you have a bit of background in Northern New South Wales that helped you with that question?
Oh, I've got an auntie who's from Newcastle, but not particular. I'd never heard of them, so I just thought a few of the clubs from like the Queensland NPL, the WA NPL, and New South Wales NPL, and I thought hadn't really heard of Adamstown, so it was more of a process of elimination rather than actually knowing.
You actually sounded pretty confident in it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too.
Fooled you guys in.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Well done. Let's go over to Anthony to see if he can get a quick reply on his question 3.
Okay, Melbourne City defeated Sydney 1-0 in the 2016 FFA Cup final. Who was awarded the Mark Viduka Medal for best on ground in that match? Was it A, Alex Brosk, B, Tim Cahill, C, Bruno Fornaroli, or D, Nicholas Colazo?
I believe in that game, Cahill scored. So just on that merit, I might lock in B in Cahill, just from memory.
You're going to lock in B, Tim Cahill.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're wrong. It's Bruno Fornaroli.
Oh, there you go.
Tim Cahill scored the only goal in the 1-0 to secure Melbourne City's first ever men's trophy. Captain Bruno Fornaroli was awarded the Mark Viduka Medal, and then he famously dropped the F-bomb in his acceptance speech.
There you go.
He was trying to say vamos. That was very entertaining. All right. Well, after 3 questions, it is Jordan Wilkes of St Albans. He's on 2, and Anthony Katiforis of Brimbank Stallions, he is on 1. So it's a tight tussle at the moment between 2 good mates. Now, Jordan, I'll go to you first. Let's talk about FIFA competitions between you guys. Can you give us any insight as to how they've gone down in the past?
It was a while ago, but Kato was cheating, and yeah, he did. No, I think he got the wood over me. I think it was 3 games to 2 or something like that. It wasn't too much in it, but yeah.
If I remember correct, I thought it was 3 games to none, Wilksy.
Nah, there's definitely one win there at least. I'm gonna go 3 to 2. But it was a long time ago. My memory's horrible, so
There's a lot of cheating on Jordan, was there?
Sorry, a lot of cheating. Yeah, every time I'd score, he'd make it lag. So
yeah,
I was about to
go.
score. So
there we go.
All right, Anthony, I think you deserve a right of reply here.
Nah, me and Wilksy, when he first came in at St Albans, it's good to see him again, and we banter with FIFA and thought I'd give him a few games just because he, thought he was quite good, but taught him a bit of a lesson in there. So he still got to give you that trophy, Wilksy, I was telling you about.
What's that? I have no idea.
The worst FIFA player award.
Okay, done, mate. So I didn't even buy FIFA 20, so I'll be pretty rusty now.
Yeah, that's all right.
Very good. Has it got NPL players in FIFA yet?
Not yet. It'd be good if they did. but not that I know of.
I haven't scraped that low yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be our next competition after the Hopheads quiz is a FIFA tournament with NPL Victoria players, perhaps. Anthony, what's happening behind the snes for you? Are you keeping fit? Have you set up a bit of a home gym there? Are you getting out for a kick?
Yeah, just when I can, I'm just trying to keep fit at home. I'm trying to go for a run every couple of days. It's hard. Like, I didn't realize this is the first time ever in my life since I've been 5 that I haven't played soccer. So it's a bit weird not to be out there training with the boys. And sure, Wilksy will jump in here and say, like, one thing I just miss is just being at training with the boys, the banter and all that. So it's been difficult, but I've just been trying to keep fit at home, having a kick till these restrictions hopefully pass, and then hopefully we can get out there and maybe catch up with a few mates and have a kick and train together. Would be good. Yeah.
And same sort of thing for you, Wilksy, at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much reiterate what Kat has said. Trying to keep as fit as possible. Like, I'm one of those people who's not naturally fit, so I have to work super hard in the off season to come back average fitness. Whereas, you got like some blokes who are just naturally fit. So I'm keep as much as possible, like running, cycling, doing my gym work as well. And similar to Caddy, just miss the social side of it. I guess too, with social distancing, it's also in Melbourne a bit of social isolation as well. We can't really do too much. So that's one thing I definitely miss. And the one thing I've really missed is just like playing on weekends and winning and losing, like the competitive element. That's one thing that's huge. Going to Churchill and trying to get the 3 points, and you miss that. So I'm really missing that competitive edge.
Yeah, we saw footage or some pictures last week that might have been taken from a drone or something where Churchill's looking absolutely splendid at the moment. So I can't wait to get back there, and I won't be running around the pitch, but maybe try some Chavapi and just enjoy some football there and have a good afternoon. So in the good atmosphere that venue always provides. So looking forward to when we can do that again next year. I saw Craig, you're nodding your head along there. You'd miss that competitive side of things too.
Yeah, I do. It's tough. It's not a nice environment for anybody to be in. So the quicker we can get out of it and start to get back on the training traps, I think the better for everybody, just for everybody's sanity more than anything else.
Definitely. All right. Well, speaking of competitiveness, and competitiveness is what we're here for tonight. It's time for question 4. So we'll move back into the questions, and it's going to be directed at Jordan Wilkes of the St Albans Saints. Let's see if he can extend his lead. He's currently leading 2-1.
Okay. Jordan, the UEFA Champions League final of 2020 was played at the Estadio da Luz. Which club's home ground is this stadium? Is it A, FC Porto, B, Braga, C, Sporting Lisbon, or D, Benfica? Estadio da Luz.
I'm going to go Benfica. D.
You're going to lock in B, was that?
D, Benfica.
You're going to lock in D, Benfica. Is he correct to take a 2-goal lead? He is. Also known as the Stadium of Light, is home to Benfica. It holds 64,642 spectators, and it also hosted the 2014 UEFA Champions League final between Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid, which Real Madrid won and made it 10 league champion titles. Great answer.
All right. So now we're on to 3-1 now in favour of the Saints. So let's see if the Stallions can get back on the board again with question 4 for Anthony.
Anthony, which J-League club can boast having the largest capacity stadium? Is it A, FC Tokyo, B, Yokohama F. Marinos, C, Urara Red Diamonds, or D, Kashima Antlers?
It's just going to be a wild guess. Kashima, Yokohama. I'll just go I'll lock in A, FC Tokyo. I'll just go the capital city.
FC Tokyo. Yeah. What would you have gone for, Geordie?
I think it's Ura Red Diamonds. Don't they call it like the Red Wall or something? They're the huge crowd and stadium. That'd be my guess, but I'm not really that confident.
Both of you. Yokohama F. Marinos was the answer.
There you go.
Holds 72,327, while FC Tokyo Stadium holds 49,970.
There you go.
There you go. Hosted the 2002 World Cup final.
Correct, it did.
Oh, wow.
All right, well, let's go to question 5 for Jordan, and it's a picture question now.
Nice, easy one, this one. Which South American club is represented by this logo? Is it A, Boca Juniors, B, Vasco da Gama, C. River Plate, or D. Botafogo? Botafogo, sorry.
I know it's out of B or D. It's not A or C. D, Botafogo.
D. Botafogo. He's absolutely founded in 1904 originally as a rowing club, and on August the 12th, 1904, they become a football club. Botafogo plays the home ground at the Estadio Nilton Santos and now based in the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro. Japanese superstar Kazuki Honda currently plays for that club.
There you go. Botafogo doing the business there for Jordan Wilkes from the St Albans Saints. He moves on to 4. Anthony still on 1, but let's see how he goes on his question 5 before we take a short commercial break after this question.
Okay, which Malaysian club is represented by this playing strip? Is it A, Selangor, B, Johor Darul Ta'zim, C, Malacca United, or D, Pahang FA? 10 seconds start now.
I would not have a clue. I'll just go in and lock in C, Malacca United. Yeah.
Malacca United.
It's different wording, Greg.
Sorry?
yeah. Malacca United. Maybe I should have said it like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's Johor Darul Ta'zim, Malaysian Super League club, or sometimes known as JDT, which is easier. Were founded in 1972, playing blue and red, the state's flag colours, that they've won the Malaysian Super League 6 consecutive years, and they have former Socceroo Alistair Edwards as the club's technical director.
Yeah, there you go. Just getting around in the Barca strip there in Malaysia. Now, let's go to a break. A little word from our sponsors before we return for the second half of the quiz.
George's on Vista is the local bistro at Fraser and Caroline Springs, situated at the George Cross Soccer Club at City Vista Reserve. With the current COVID-19 pandemic, we've adjusted our menu and our business times. You can now get takeaway Friday and Saturday nights between 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can phone your order through on 7021 0555 Friday and Saturday nights between those times, or you can pre-order your meals by emailing info@georgiesonvista.com.au. But orders must be received by 5 p.m. on the day required. Check out our full menu and weekly specials on our website, georgiesonvista.com.au. Get behind local business and order your next takeaway dinner from George's on Vista, 46 City Vista Court, Fraser Rise, in the heart of Caroline Springs.
The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13, Adelphi Boulevard, Point Cook, and 78 Pierce Street, Altona. Hopheads offers one of the widest selection of local and international craft beer in Victoria. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at HopheadsAU. Hopheads, we're here for beer.
Welcome back to the Hopheads Football IQ quiz there, and thank you to our sponsors, George's on Vista. Make sure you get your orders in there for the takeaway deals on the weekends. That's mixed grill for $24. Looks like a good shout. That's pretty handy, and if you can't be bothered cooking, and also Hopheads in Altona and Point Cook, and available in their Altona store at the moment from Garage Project. They've got the Tropical Phantasm 19. The hazy white wine comes in a fancy looking yellow can, or otherwise get on their website and place your orders. Some exciting tasty beverages on offer there, and some tasty food from George's on Vista as well. So thank you very much to our sponsors. Tonight we are playing for the $50 voucher for Hopheads as well. At the moment, it's Jordan's to lose. I think he's going pretty well, but Anthony might have a strong second half here, and we'll see how we go. Craig, and we'll go back to the guys for question 6.
Yeah, just on Maxi Santich has put a comment up for Anthony there. Come on, Kata, get back in there, mate. Channel that emergency strike scoring FFA Cup Clash winner. So the pressure's on you to get back in, mate. Question number 6. For 5 points, I won the European Cup with my club.
Could be anyone. Thiago Alcantara. I don't know.
Thiago. Okay, next question, please. I represented my nation 85 times, scoring 84 goals for 3 points. Who am I?
Saying represented like is retired. I've got no idea. Brazilian Ronaldo.
Brazilian Ronaldo. Question number 3. At club level, I was involved with the National Soccer League in Australia for 2 points. Who am I?
So I won the European Cup.
I won the European Cup. I represented my nation 85 times, scoring 84 goals. And at club level, I was involved with the National Soccer League in Australia.
Yeah.
It's a pretty famous guy.
I'm going absolutely blank. I can't think of anyone. I'm thinking like the first thing that came to me was Robbie Slater, but he's done it. You won a Premier League. You never won a European Cup.
You never
I'm probably going to
He never scored goals.
Yeah, probably scored 5. Yeah, I'm probably going to kick myself. I got no idea. Yeah, maybe. Is there another question?
There is.
Yeah, or another clue?
I have the nickname the Galloping Major for 1 point. Is it A, Bobby Charlton, B, George Best, C, Ferenc Puskas, or D, Ian Rush?
D. I'm going to go D, Ian Rush, because I know he's definitely, or I think he's won a European Cup with Liverpool.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah. I think D. But it might be Bobby Charlton.
Did he play in the National Soccer League in Australia?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think he did. I thought involvement like coaching or some capacity.
It was actually Ferenc Puskas was the answer. Puskas won the European Cup with Real Madrid and represented Hungary 85 times, scoring an incredible 84 goals. He was runner-up in the 1954 World Cup and also coached National Soccer League powerhouse South Melbourne.
There you go.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, neither did I.
And you can find his statue there if you hide somewhere deep down behind Amy Park towards the Anderson Street footbridge. You can actually find that statue that they've got in a weird location of Ferenc Puskas that they built a few years ago.
Very good.
Okay, who am I now? His time is Anthony's opportunity to guess this one.
I'm a tall goalkeeper. 5 points. Who am I?
Tall guy. I'm going to go like Dida from Brazil back in the day.
Dida. Okay. Question number 2. I'm known as a pioneer of modern football, rushing out to block attacks and immediately passing back to my teammates to destabilize my opponents. For 3 points, who am I?
Rushing out to block attacks.
No? Move on?
Yeah, move on. Manuel Neuer. Yeah,
okay.
I said. Yeah.
I represented my nation at major international tournaments such as European Championship as well as the Olympics for 2 points. Who am I?
I'll go maybe Edison.
Edison. Final question. I've won the Ballon d'Or and my nickname is Black Spider for 1 point. Am I Iker Casillas, B, Gordon Banks, C, Gigi Buffon, or D, Lev Yashin?
Don't think it's... I'm actually not sure he's won a Ballon d'Or out of any of these. Say modern pioneer. I'm going to say... I'm not sure. Yashin, maybe? I don't... Yeah, I would lock in D, Craig.
D, Lev Yashin for a point. Why did you go for that?
I was thinking Iker Casillas and Buffon, like they were still around this modern time, and I don't think they've won a Ballon d'Or that I know of. And I just went Yashin. To be honest, I'm basing that off FIFA. Like he's a legend in the game, so I'm just going to say Yashin. That's why I went with him in the end. Not sure who Gordon Banks is, to be honest.
Lev Yashin is your answer. Lev Yashin,
Correct answer there.
Korea, representing Russia at European Championship and winning the 1956 Olympics in Melbourne.
There you go.
There we go. Great question, Michael Long. Well done. So question number 6 is one that we will hand over if the person in question doesn't get it right. So
Question 7.
question 7 is for Jordan, yes?
Yep, so we move on to Jordan Alves and Albans. He is leading 4-2 over Anthony of the Brimbank Stallions.
Okay, Jordan, guess the player based on the clubs they've played for. Blackburn Rovers, Newcastle United, Manchester City, Aston Villa, and Middlesbrough. Is it A, Shay Given, B, Tim Flowers, C, Robert Lee, or D, Craig Bellamy?
C, Robert Lee.
C, Robert Lee. Well, I think he definitely played for Newcastle. I think he definitely played for nobody else on there, I don't think. I think the answer is Shay Given.
Did he? Ah.
David played in the Premier League, 489 appearances with the above clubs. Shay earned 134 caps for Republic of Ireland, playing in all his nations matches at the 2002 FIFA World Cup in Japan and Korea.
Didn't realise he played for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I was the same as you, Wilkes. I couldn't picture him in a Middlesbrough Villa jersey, actually, to be honest. Yeah.
Good question, because if you look down the list, you've got Blackburn Rovers. Tim Flowers definitely played for Blackburn Rovers, didn't he? Craig Bellamy played for Blackburn Rovers, Newcastle, Manchester City. But the answer is Shay Given.
Yeah. Was Middlesbrough the back end of his career?
I'm sure Steve will tell us.
I believe they're in order. I'm assuming Michael Long's placed those in order of clubs represented. Yeah, so I think he's finished up there. As keepers tend to do, they might float around towards the end of their career until their late 30s and pick up a few appearances at some other clubs. But yeah, definitely remember him for his time mainly at Newcastle United in my memory or recollection. Okay, so that is question 7 done and dusted for Jordan. So here's a chance for Anthony to pull one back here, get it back to 4-3 if he can get this one right.
Guess the player based on the clubs they've played for. Charlton Athletic, Chelsea, Newcastle United, West Ham, Tottenham Hotspur, and Fulham. Is it A, Joe Cole, B, Scott Parker, C, Bobby Zamora, or D, Carlton Cole?
I'm going to lock in B, Scott Parker. I think, I'll go Scott Parker.
For what reason?
I remember him playing at West Ham. Like, that's where he broke through a lot. I remember him, as I'm an Arsenal supporter, I just remember a derby between Arsenal and Tottenham, so I remember him playing there. And I think he came through Charlton's youth and went to Chelsea. I think. I'm not 100%, so that's why I went with Parker.
Absolutely, he did. The current Fulham boss, the all-action midfield, played for his nation 18 times and is one of the midfielders best behind Jose Mourinho's Chelsea title-winning squad in 2004-2005. All
right, so we've got a game in our hands now in these two clubs from the northwest of Melbourne. Now it's 4-3 in favour of the Saints over the Stallions with, what have we got, 3 questions left for each player here. Let's see how we go with question number 8 for Jordan.
Jordan, question number 8 for you. Name the footballer associated in this image. Is it A, Kaká, B, Luka Modric, C, Fabio Cannavaro, or is it D, Brazilian Ronaldo? Your 10-second start now.
He's had a decent career, whoever this is. C, Fabio Cannavaro.
Fabio Cannavaro, the Italian centre-back. Is the wrong answer. It's actually Luka Modric. Luka Modric won the Champions League 4 times with Real Madrid in
Yeah.
14, 16, 17, and 18. Won the FIFA World Cup in the same years. FIFA Player of the Year and Ballon d'Or in 2018, while Fabio Cannavaro and Ronaldo did not win the Champions League, and Kaká only won the Champions League once with AC Milan. But that's having it there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think my contract just got torn up at St. Albans.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Wilkesy, they're not going to be happy with that one.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
I'm back.
If you're listening, mate, and you want to give the show a phone, mate, and I'll give you my number, and you can come on and give your disgust towards Yep. Question number 8 over to Brimbank, and a chance to get back all level with 2 to play. Who am I? Name the pixelated footballer in this shot. Is it A, Alcantara, B, Fabregas, C, David Silva, or D, Luis Garcia?
Pretty confident it's a newer sort of kid. I'm going to lock in A, Thiago. I think Luis Garcia was a little bit before that. Doesn't look like David Silva, so I'll lock in A, Thiago.
Locking in Thiago Alcantara, who's just signed for Liverpool. Is he correct? Absolutely is. Thiago, the dynamic Spanish midfield player who's just moved from Bundesliga club Bayern Munich to Liverpool for an initial fee of £20,000 plus add-ons. Good answer. Gets you back into the game with just 2 questions left.
There you go. Anthony's having a great back 9 at the moment, so to speak. So I'm getting the tiebreaker ready now as we go to question 9 for Jordan of the St. Albans Saints.
Okay, now I dropped a clanger just now because I did say I was going to offer the question over to the person that didn't, if they didn't get it right, and I didn't do that, so we'll do it with this question, okay, guys? So question number 9. Which team was not relegated from the inaugural 1992-1993 Premier League season? Was it A, Middlesbrough? Was it B, Crystal Palace? Was it C, Nottingham Forest? Or was it D, Oldham Athletic?
C, Nottingham Forest.
You've gone for C, Nottingham Forest. We're going to offer it over for 1 point.
Was not relegated. I'm going to say B, Crystal Palace. Craig,
B, Crystal Palace. Well, the answer was Oldham Athletic. Although Crystal Palace finished level on points with Oldham Athletic with 49, the Latics had a better goal difference, hence surviving the drop over the Eagles. Oldham is now managed by Socceroos legend Harry Kewell. And I'll stop there before I say anything else.
That's probably for the best. All right, well, let's go to question 9 for Anthony to see if he can take the lead for the first time tonight in question 9.
Okay, there are 8 footballers who have won FIFA World Cup, UEFA Champions League, European Cup, and the Ballon d'Or. 3 of them are in the list of 4 below. Which one of the 4 is not one of them? A, Zinedine Zidane. B, Paolo Rossi. C, Fabio Cannavaro. Or D, Ronaldinho.
He's not one of them. I'm gonna lock in B, Paolo Rossi.
Paolo Rossi
Okay.
to take the lead. No, he's not.
Okay, so we hand it over.
So we're going to hand that over to Jordan. Jordan.
It's a tough one. I think Ronaldinho was too young for the Brazilian World Cup, so or the most recent one. So I'm going to go D, Ronaldinho.
D, Ronaldinho. No, it wasn't. It was Fabio Cannavaro. Italia's 2006 World Cup winning captain Fabio Cannavaro won all the above except the UEFA Champions League. He won the Ballon d'Or in 2006. Zidane won the Champions League with Real Madrid in 2002, World Cup in 1998, Ballon d'Or in 1998, while Paolo Rossi with Juventus in 85, World Cup 82, Ballon d'Or in 82, and Ronaldinho with FC Barcelona in 2006, World Cup in 2002, and the Ballon d'Or in 2005. So,
all right, bit of a thriller we've got on our hands tonight. Hope everyone tuning in is enjoying this gripping tension that we're having here. Craig, it's fantastic, isn't it? It comes down to this last question 10 to see who can get the win.
Comes, you better get that coin ready and that question ready. How many times have Real Madrid played Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League final? Is it A, 2, B, 3, C, 1, or D, 4?
Lock in A.
You're locking in A. Twice.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
What would you have gone for, Geordie? Anthony?
I would have gone for C. I only remember the most recent one when I think Karius had a howler that day. I don't know. I can't remember them playing again, so I'd say C.
Okay. Jordan's gone with A2. Is he correct? Attention. Absolutely. Those two occasions were 1981, Liverpool 1-0 in Paris, versus Paris, sorry, in 2018, Real Madrid in Kiev. So after 10 questions, Jordan takes the lead with 5 and to force a tie break for the second time only in the
No, we've still got Anthony's question to come.
Right, yep. So he's got to answer quite to go into the playoff.
Yep.
Which Asian Football Confederation World Cup footballer scored in 3 FIFA World Cups? Was it Ali Dae, B, Song Heung-min, C, Kasuki Honda, and D, Emil Jedinek?
I'm gonna lock in.
This is the force of play.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Kazuki Honda. I remember him scoring in 2010. He did score one. I think I'm just gonna go Honda. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, is it Jedinek?
You've given your answer as Kazuki Honda.
Yeah, Honda.
Good answer. It's your final answer, unfortunately, because we are in a competition. So you've given Honda as your answer, and because of the state of play, you've just pulled one of these out of the hat, mate. He scored with the final kick of the game to level the scores. It was Japanese superstar Honda. Played in the 2010, 2014, and 2018 World Cup and scored in each of the editions. So, Steve,
we've got ourselves a tie, haven't we?
A tiebreaker.
Second time ever. Who would have thought we would have got to this in the third quarterfinal between the two great mates here, Jordan and Anthony? So what we'll do is here, as we did last time, we had a tiebreaker. I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be nearest to the pin. You both give an answer. And what closest to the correct answer will be the winner. Anthony, I'll toss the coin. I'll let you decide because you can choose if you are getting it right. You can choose if you want to go first or second. So it's your call, heads or tails?
Tails, sorry. Yeah.
Tails. I've got heads there. So, Jordan, do you want to go guess first or guess second?
I'll give Kat the honors. He gave it to me to start, so
all right.
Return the favour.
Right.
All right.
Katta to nominate his guess first. All right. So it's a question about an A-League player, an A-League legend. It's about Archie Thompson. Archie Thompson played for Melbourne Victory 224 times. How many goals did he score in those matches?
You've got 5 seconds, guys.
So Anthony's guess first.
225. I'll say 155. I don't know. Yeah.
155 for Anthony. Jordan, same question for you. 224 games for the Victory. How many did Archie score?
I'll be a little bit cheeky and say 154. So if there's anything lower, but if it's higher, then Cat has got me. So yeah.
Nah, maybe it is a bit high, Wilksy, but we'll see. I think you might be all right.
That is quite cheeky by Wilksy, but it is a sneaky technique that we didn't see in the last playoff. But it is the question goes to you, Wilksy. It's 90. He scored 90 in those 224 games. You are the closest with 154, and you win the quiz tonight.
Yeah.
That is Schoolboy's own stuff.
So commiserations to Kata there. You were a bit unlucky with the coin toss there. That might have been a costly one for you, but you have been an excellent competitor tonight. You come from a huge deficit to come roaring back to level the scores at full time at 5-5, and in extra time there, it's I guess it's a golden goal, so to speak, for the defender from St Albans Saints, for Jordan Wilkes. So congratulations to you, Wilksy, on getting the win tonight. So, and well done to both of you. It was a fantastic contest, wasn't it, Craig?
It was fantastic. Now you've got one up. You won't mention the FIFA. Hey, you've got this back in your pocket now, George.
That's it, mate. You're only as good as your last game.
Absolutely.
That's it.
It was great competition, guys. Some great questions in there from Michael Long as well. Big thanks for Michael for putting them together, and thank you guys for being involved. But unfortunately, one has to win, and it will be St Albans Saints Jordan Wilkes that goes through to the semi-finals next week. So hang on, and we'll just have a quick chat with you, Jordan. But just a quick few words from Steve with Anthony.
Thanks again, Anthony, for coming on. Is there anyone you wanted to shout out to, or any messages you wanted to say before we say good night and your contribution on the quiz tonight?
Yeah, no, probably just shout out to, I think my family. I think my brother was watching tonight, so I know after I get off here, he'd probably give me a little stick. But my brother said to say hello as well, Wilksy. And good luck next round. Hopefully you get the win and just go all the way.
Yeah, cheers, mate. It was good fun tonight.
That's it.
Before you do go, just to cheer yourself up and cheer everybody up, do you want to give us a quick joke?
No. Maxi, I've seen Maxi in the last 2 weeks. He's been trying to get me to say one, but no. I'll be all right.
You're gonna let Maxi down. I'll
send Maxi a personal message of a joke of the week just for him.
All right, mate, no problem at all. Now you can again give us the joke of the week. No.
Cheers, Maxi. Thanks for having me, boys. I appreciate it. I love the stuff you do, and hopefully we get back to football ASAP. But it's been a pleasure being on the show.
Thanks very much, Anthony. Thanks for coming on the show, and wish you all the best with your footballing career at the Stallions when you get back out on the field and training with your mates in the not too distant future. So have a great time when you get back out there, mate, and enjoy.
No worries. Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
See you, mate.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
All right. Back now, we're in the winner's circle now with a $50 Hopheads voucher goes to Jordan Wilkes of St Albans Saints there. So hopefully the club will forgive him for not getting that question right about Luka Modric. So well done tonight. You've got through on the tie break. It was a clever strategy that you employed there. Had you thought about that in case it went to a tiebreaker?
I didn't even know there was about the tiebreaker, but I thought I might be a little bit clever and do that just in case. So, it paid dividends because I didn't really have a clue.
Yeah, I think that happened last time. I can't remember the competitors in the last tiebreaker, but the person who guessed first could have been undercut in the same fashion, but they ended up getting the win, actually. So that was, a bit of prime opportunism there. But you've done very well. You got the score on the board early tonight. And
cheers.
Yeah, congratulations to you on your win. Is there anyone you want to say hello to, friends, family at the club or otherwise? Are there any messages that you had to share with us?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone. Say hello to Adam Hodor in Darwin. He's living it up there, and we've got an interesting relationship and a few choice words that I can't say on this show that I'd like to share with him in public. But he's probably someone that
What are you doing up there? Good.
Sorry?
What are you doing in Darwin?
That's where he's from.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's from Darwin, so he made the way down to Melbourne for his football, and he's living up there. He's sending us all Snapchats of him sort of going out and living a normal life. So we're all quite jealous of that. So, big shout out to everyone at Dinamo. We can't wait to get back down there, all the boys, and I know I'm personally missing everybody there, and it's a really great family club, and can't wait to get back to Churchill Reserve and be around that great family vibe one day.
Perfect.
All right, very good. Well, congrats you. Win the $50 Hophead voucher tonight. So, spend that how you will. Spend it wisely. They've got some good products there. So, thanks to Hopheads for sponsoring us for our prizes in this competition, and of course to George's on Vista for the ongoing sponsorship of the Football Out West program. Jordan, you will be in the second semi-final. That'll be on Sunday, the 4th of October, and you'll find out who you'll be playing against when we do our final quarterfinal, which will take place this Sunday night. So Stay tuned and do your analysis and see how we go when we see you again in the not too distant future. So we're looking forward to having you on next time.
All right, thanks, Steve. Cheers, Craig, and look forward to seeing you guys soon.
No problem. Well done, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan. There you go. No doubt Jordan will be sitting there with the notepad a la Marcelo Bielsa and the binoculars, just sussing out his opponents when it comes to Sunday night's final quarterfinal. And we welcome Tonchi, our usual co-host. I'm used to being welcomed by you. I'm going to take the opportunity now. A big warm welcome, Tonchi Prusak. You've been pushing all the buttons behind the scenes and everything going smoothly tonight, which was fantastic. How was everything from your end, mate?
Pretty smooth, but I must say, gentlemen, you guys are just getting, like, each week better and better and better. And Barry Filer, all the way from the UK. Craig, your dad, I'm sure he's going to text you and say something similar. Big shout out to Barry. Thank you very much, by the way, for the kind compliments. We seem to be going smoother and smoother each week. We don't seem to be having those internet problems from Point Cook any longer. So life's good. Hey.
Amazing what you got to do. You got to spend $1,300 on a new computer to get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. But
without you doing the work behind the scenes, all joking aside, me and Steve are obviously the ones on the screen, but you do a lot of the work behind the scenes there, Tonch. And without you doing that, we wouldn't have the show as we have it. So big thanks from me and Steve and all the listeners for the work you do behind the scenes, bud.
And whilst we're at it, big thank you once again to Michael Long. We've said it a few times tonight, but it is a real burden putting together those questions, and there's some doozies tonight. There were some fantastic ones, absolutely. Gents, let's go through the through the quarterfinal roundup. Gorsuch Bears defeated Barwon 10-8 in the first one. Last Sunday, North Geelong defeated Sunbury 6-4. So it's going to be a Gorsuch Bears versus North Geelong semi-final 1 clash. Tonight we saw St Albans Saints in a tiebreaker defeat Brimbank Stallions 6-5. And who will it be between Sebastopol Vikings and Yarraville Glory this coming Sunday night, 7 p.m. on the Football Fan Zone? So, folks, make sure you tune into that one. And then semi-final 1 will be next Thursday night. And then we will have semi-final 2 the following Sunday. It is the grand final. Not too long to go. Not too long to go at all.
Just looking at that draw there, what's the chances of Gospit Bears against St Albans Saints? Don't they share the same club rooms and house and stuff?
Co-tenants,
Right. And obviously you got North Geelong in there as well. So three Croatian clubs in the semi-finals. Hey, we could have if things go right and Daniel Andrews sorts his act out, we may be able to do an outside broadcast, Tom.
I took the words out of my mouth. You absolutely
imagine having an outside broadcast either down in Elko Park or up at Churchill Reserve, mate.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Socially distancing, of course, a couple of meters between each other. But actually, we might need to socially distance like 20 meters between each other so that there's no biffo or anything like that. Yeah.
We'd probably have to do it do the show outdoors as well. So if we got good weather, who knows what's possible?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep that in the back pocket, and hopefully
hope that there's some good extension cords we can run out onto the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely, gentlemen. Thank you very much for tonight. It has been an absolute pleasure. Big shout out to our sponsors, Georgie's on Vista, the George Cross Football Club, Hopheads on Altona and Yarraville, Yarraville and Point Cook, and soon to be Yarraville. So that'll be something to look forward to. And Steve, I'm hearing they're going to open up one in Geelong very, very shortly as well for me and you to enjoy.
Yeah, they're just gonna open one up here in Pakenham Street, Geelong West. Be a very frequent customer if that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Gents, once again, thank you very much. Absolute pleasure tonight. Really appreciate both your efforts tonight. Look forward to Sunday.
We look forward to seeing your questions, Tonch.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the quiz master. What can be the main topic? What could be the main topic? On that note, we'll let you all ponder that one as we come on Sunday night. So it should be good.
Look forward to it. Well done again, guys, and thanks to all the listeners. Fantastic. Thanks very much. Speak to you on Sunday.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.